In the words of the philosopher John Stuart Mills, war is an ugly thing, but not the ugliest of things. The decayed state of patriotic feeling, which thinks nothing is worth war, is much worse. A man who has nothing which he is willing to fight for, nothing he cares about more than his own personal safety, is a miserable creature who has no chance of ever being free. Today we are here to honor all of those who fought for the country they loved, not because war is good, but sometimes war is necessary. Memorial Day, which was originally called Decoration Day, was first celebrated on May 30th in 1868. General John Logan, then National Commander of the Grand Army of the Republic, stated that its purpose was to gather around the remains of our comrades who died in defense of our country and raise above them the dear old flag that they saved from dishonor. On a similar day of remembrance several years before, President Abraham Lincoln, when present at the consecration of the ceremony of cemetery for Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, said, "We cannot dedicate this ground. We cannot consecrate this ground. We cannot hallow this ground." The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated it, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work, which they who fought here have thus so nobly advanced. We here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation shall not perish from the earth. How do we go about dedicating ourselves to that unfinished work, to make sure that those American warriors did not die in vain? How can we make sure that our gratitude to these warriors and to their loved ones will be unending? We start by remembering the over 3 million American warriors who died for their love of this country. They were all so different, men and women, black and white, Latino, Asian, Indian, German, Catholic, Buddhist, I can go on and on. But what was most important, regardless of their creed, their color, their religion, or their gender, is that they were Americans. Americans proud to pay the ultimate price for our freedom and for the country in which they believed. We can remember all the husbands, wives, fathers, mothers, sons, daughters, sisters, and brothers that never came home from the war zone, and all the graduations, Little League games, weddings, christenings that were made less sweet because of the missing loved ones. We will never be able to add up all of their sacrifices, because in reality those things are just not quantifiable. As General Mattis of the U.S. Marines said, the value of the blank checks these warriors gave us and secured with their lives when they enlisted can never be counted. I truly believe that the only way that we can show our gratitude to their warriors and their families is by making sure each and every day that the United States continues to be a country worth dying for. In present day news, we heard about a story about an American woman who wore a hat that said America was never great. She said she thought America was never great and wanted to make fun of a political slogan that said, "Make America Great Again." We don't have to make America great again. We need to just remind ourselves that America is the greatest country in the world and that we are blessed to call her our home. Let us not allow those who burn, spit, and walk on our dear old flag, which is consecrated and reconsecrated through the years by the blood of our warriors, or those who wear hats that say things like America was never great, to do so without understanding the dishonor and disrespect they pay to those we are here today to honor. Their protests may be protected by the First Amendment, but these people need to be reminded that America is the greatest country in the world, and that the warriors they were disrespecting died protecting them and their constitutional rights, whether or not those warriors would have agreed with their exercise of free speech. If we as a society do not show gratitude to those who have given their last breath to protect our American values and our rights, then the memories of these warriors will fade. The country they believed in will wither, and we will commit the ultimate injustice of taking their sacrifice for granted. So as we leave here today, let's make a commitment to take up President Abraham Lincoln's call to dedicate ourselves to that unfinished work, to make sure that this nation shall not perish from this earth, that these warriors shall not have died in vain, and that our dear old flag shall be forever saved from being dishonored. God bless you all.